Welcome back, my friends. We're here again with another beautiful video that's going to change the way you view life. It's going to change the way you perceive life for the better. Going to bring a little bit of light, a little bit of hope for the future for you. My name is Mikołaj Maria Dawidowski, and I'm here to help you a little and to tell you that your traumas are your greatest strengths. Your traumas is the potential you. We'll see. So, if you have nothing in life, you're at the very rock bottom, nothing is going right. Everything is just suffering, pain, resentment, hatred, anger, wrath, all these things. Then you, my friend, definitely have something. You have traumas. And traumas are not a bad thing, not in my eyes. In my eyes, traumas are potential strength. I had many. I was in a bad place in the past. I had suicidal attempts. I hated myself. And I thought I was completely worthless. I was afraid of life. I was afraid that I'm going to miss out in life. That I'm never going to accomplish anything, or never experience anything good. And I'm gonna only create destruction. I believed that in the past. But I do not believe it anymore. Things have changed, and I have changed, and I am a different person now. And those experiences, brutal as they may have been in the past, caused by whether my parents, closest family, myself, self-inflicted traumas of various sorts, of rape, for example. These are not easy traumas. However, they are the greatest asset that you have. And the trauma will either make you or it will break you. And a trauma is called a trauma because it already broke you. You already had it. It was absolute nightmare, it's disaster, it's suffering non-stop. I know. I perfectly understand. It is not an easy topic, the topic of traumas. However, you have a choice. It took me many years, but I transformed my traumas. I've released the negative emotions that I bottled up and stored within myself. And I've released the belief system surrounding the event. And that helped me to turn the trauma into a strength. To give you an example, when I was little, my dad was a sailor. And when he would go away for several months at a time. And during the time that he was away, he would not give us any money. And my mom, having to look after me, she was not able to get a full-time job of any sort. So there would be instances where we would find ourselves outside in the winter time. In Poland, winters are very cold. Selling shampoos and soaps, trying to make some money so we could have food. And there'd be times where I wouldn't have food. And that was a trauma for me. Not having food as a child is a great trauma. I became obese because of it, because I had to have this layer of fact, this protection that I was building, because in the future, potentially, there may be another day where I wouldn't have food. So I had to be prepared. And that was the trauma that I had. However, with time, as I aged and I worked through the trauma, I realized that because of this experience, I could interpret it in a completely different way. And now, thanks to the experience that I had in the past, fasting is a very easy thing for me. Because even if I go a day to 5 without food, I know perfectly well that I'm going to be fine. And I'm no longer afraid of not having food. I've completely let go of that fear because I am aware that even if I do not have food today, nothing bad is going to happen to me. In fact, at this point, I truly believe that it could be beneficial for me to not eat food. For religious practices, for spiritual practices, for physical health benefits, for self-discipline. There are many, many traumas that an individual can have. But it is your choice whether that trauma is going to break you or destroy you, or are you going to work, put in the work, because this requires work and brutal and honesty with yourself. It is a traumatic experience, meaning that there is a lot of suffering and a lot of emotion build up. And I feel you. I've been there. As I said, I had suicidal attempts. And there are many reasons why I had those. That example I gave you is just one of the gentlest ones, let's just say. However, there is hope at the end of the tunnel. If you put in the work and you work to transform the trauma rather than allow it to crush you, then that is your greatest strength. It will become an indomitable part of your character. Because of this, now, even if I do not have food and I do not have money, I am not afraid. I walk boldly through the streets knowing that I will be perfectly fine, regardless of whether I eat today or tomorrow. Blessings be upon you. Traumas are not an easy topic, but I sincerely, truly believe that you can transform them and make them into your strengths and build great character thanks to that. Remember, a trauma is a potential strength. The universe has given you traumas because it believes in you. It believes in your strength and in your value as a human being. Therefore, it has given you challenges to overcome so that you can show off your greatness, so you can realize your greatness and how great of a person you are and how capable you are as a human being. See you in the next one. Please leave a like, my friend. It helps me a great deal to reach more and more people. Leave a comment. Say hello to me. I'll reply to you. We'll have a little chat. Subscribe, because there are far more videos coming your way. They will help you change your life for the better. I promise you that. I have walked the path of suffering and destruction. I know what it's like to suffer, but I also know what it's like to taste the bliss of enlightenment and of heaven, and to enjoy life to the fullest. But I only came to realize those things once I left the suffering. So I know the path. I walked it. And I'm more than happy to share my experience with you so that I may save you from your suffering. Again, see you later, my friend. Bye.